department teachers are all really helpful because they give you good advice on how not to only improve, but to develop your own writing style, so you're not just writing a formulaic, boring essay over and over again for all of your English classes. But also, it's really good for writing your college essays whenever you get to be a senior, because colleges really like to see that you have your own writing style.
Freshman and sophomore English at Country Day are genre-based survey courses that focus on literary analysis, research, and writing style in general. So Lexa, what's the writing assignment that's intrigued you the most in English thus far? I know that you're a junior, so.
Well, we've done a lot of writing, but the one that I found most interesting was the oppression paper we did. And I loved it because you got to pick your own topic and what you wanted to discuss. And mine was over Thailand's fishing industry. And so I thought it was good to research a modern issue like that and see how it connected to the world today.
Excellent. Junior year at Country Day, students have two options. They can either take Junior English, which is a course that sort of functions as a pre-AP language course. It allows students to get some exposure to the skills needed to be successful in AP language, but also gives them exposure to seminal works in American literature. Or they can take AP Literature and Composition, which is a college-level literature course focusing on the reading of novels and plays and poems and analyzing them for their literary merit.
I think the most meaningful writing assignment I've worked on in my time at Country Day would be the poetry paper I wrote my junior year. It was satisfying for me personally because I was able to really see the culmination of all of the kind of analysis skills I've been working on over many, many years in the English department. But at the same time, I was able to kind of hone my more advanced skills that I had learned in my upper level classes, such as seeing how individual poems interconnect to form an overall meaning of a poet's purpose. I just thought that was really interesting to see how that mixed up.
How about AP Lang?
So in AP Language, that's our senior level course. We do expect all of our students to take it. It is essentially a freshman composition course in which students are focusing on reading nonfiction pieces and analyzing those for their rhetorical techniques, while also working on honing their own research and argumentation skills.
AP English Language and Composition at Fort Worth Country Day is different than I've experienced at any other school. First of all, we include all of our seniors. Even those seniors who aren't naturally inclined, we include them in AP Lang. And we prepare them well by having them take a pre-rhetoric course during their junior year of high school. Those who don't take AP Lit are prepared even further for rhetoric their senior years. Despite this inclusion, our scores are traditionally higher than many schools who only take a select few into their AP language course. And we consider this vastly important because these skills taught at the AP Lang level are transferable to so many different college courses.
One of the great things about the English department at Fort Worth Country Day is that we give a lot of feedback during the entire writing process. Students write an outline, which the teachers give feedback on. They write a rough draft, they visit the writing center, and they get feedback during peer editing. So that's one way that we distinguish ourselves from other English departments. We give a lot of feedback because we've got such small classes.
Good readers make good writers, so we offer ample opportunity for students to read outside of the classroom. We have our brown bag reading group during lunches, in which students who are struggling or want to gain more expertise in reading can meet. We also have our White Whale Club for advanced readers who want to get into more difficult and engaging works. But even in our summer reading, we incorporate works that students get to choose from, so they pick something they can enjoy and hopefully enhance their reading practice.
The brown bag reading discussions help me read and understand great pieces of writing.
One of the things we pride ourselves on in the English department is that we send our students off to college ready for college level reading and writing, no matter what major they're going into. And we've seen this time and again when students have come back to visit. They tell us that they're doing wonderfully in their English classes and that the writing is coming naturally. And I had a student visit just recently who honestly is a wonderful student, but is not someone who's passionate about English class, literature class. And he told me that he was acing his essay assignments and that his teacher bragged on him and how well he was doing. And it's just wonderful to see our students have so much confidence in writing in college.
Country Day taught me how to read the poem and take my time to understand what it was saying by looking for the poetic devices and piecing them together to see what they really mean.
Yeah, and then after finding all your devices and talking points, you're able just to plug them in to a set format of your writing, just due to having to do time writings or research papers in Miss Collins' class and other classes. So once I got to college, everything just kind of happened naturally. I was able to piece it all together. You are.
Fort Worth Country Days provided me the tools to succeed when writing college papers. I've really been able to manage my time well, and that's something that I definitely learned at Fort Worth Country Day. Go first.
Okay, so when it comes to writing in college, Country Day prepared me very well. A lot of the things we did, analysis, and a lot of the timed writings especially, going into college, they were really easy. Everything that we did right off the bat was no problem for me, really. As well as a lot of the research done. I don't know,
Yeah,
stuff
papers
we did, longer papers. They always gave you the appropriate amount of tools in the formatting. All of it was learned really early for us, so it made things at school really easy.
And I think, like, while you're in high school, you're thinking, like, okay, this is really basic, it's just a paper, but a lot of people don't get the basics. Like you're saying, I got to skip, like, our basic writing class because we got those in high school, so it's kind of nice, and you don't think about it that you need the basics, but you do, and you start to get longer and longer papers, so I think some of the more challenging papers in high school I was really thankful for, because
yeah, absolutely.
It gets worse in college, so it's nice to have like some reality checks in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely, it's really not that difficult. It's really honestly, so Country Day prepares you very well.
Yes.